So, awesome stuff. Wairarapa Station. Young Matt and Jack. Young
Made analysis here.
Matt Austin and Jack Eltort. Dutoit. Behind them, Rathkeel, the Rathkeel boys, Jerome Papworth and Michael Buick. Smedley, Taylor Locke and Jack Dodson. And the Pukimero team.
Yeah, just about coming there, Norm. We have some wool handlers not reported in. Tyler Hira, Jimmy Samuels and Nicole Petuia. So could they please report in here at the announcers table? Thank you, Norm.
So back up on the stage, yeah, those three competitors for the senior wool handling need to come and report in immediately because they've been called for a long time now. They need to keep things moving. Wairarapa Station on stand 2, round through into the first front shoulder, laying it down. Rathkeel low, they've already been there and done that as he drops a couple of short blows into the long blow. Smedley, Pukimero round there as well. Smedley laying it into the long blow, the big fella there. But Rathkeel slides up the backbone of the sheep. These young guys pitting their wits and their talents against each other as a team, of course. 2 shearers, 1 sheep each. Rathkeel way up the long blow. He's going to keep it in position. He looks like he's got it wrapped around his leg nicely, so he's got his left leg well down on the brisket. Well done, keeping those front legs under control. Once they get away, they start flapping about. Turning for home also is the Pukimero team. Down on the far stand. Another couple of shots, and the Smedley and the Wairarapa Station team will do the same. Turning around onto the last cheek. The money side. 1 shearer waiting in the pen with another sheep. Last side time for these first shearers. Down over the last front shoulder. So not a lot in it, John, as they work their way through the second part of sheep number 1.
Oh, no, the tension, though. You can just feel it. You can just sense it amongst these youngsters. They're keen to impress. But, of course, they're dealing with that wild animal, and she's going to impress ourselves on them if they're not too careful. And just to keep the pressure on, not too tight, but not too loose. They can feel you slipping away. And their shearing judge now just turns off the plant, and a wee young fellow there, young Papworth, gets it readjusted. He's going to get on that last side. He had a little bit of trouble when he shore in his individual event just a little while ago. So he's warm enough to be getting on with the job, but the sheep's just not letting him do it. Out the last leg comes Matt for the Wairarapa. Hey, he thinks, I've got this one sussed. A little bit of wriggle and jiggle down there for Smedley. Taylor and Jock, they've got their work cut out, but they're just leading the field at the moment. Pukimero about to change the shearer. Off comes the handpiece, on goes a fresh one, out comes the second sheep. Oh, we've got one with a little bit of a tail on it, got that one done. Hey, the Wairarapa boy's got a bit of a grin on his face. He's got to set up the handpiece for his mate as well. Otherwise, the sheep's going to be going away from him. There goes young Papworth there, finished the... inconvenient little animal, that one, isn't it? Hey, she wants to show herself off to the public.
That's a nice way of putting it, John. I don't reckon he was calling it an inconvenient little animal.
He's got the new handpiece on now, and he's into the pen out of the road. And Lexi's mate, right, it's your turn. Let's go. But the pace looks like could be Pukimero. They got away to a good start. And thinking about the job, every shot. Your time in the sun for your training organisation. All bodes well for the shearing industry that we have outfits that are taking on the challenge of preparing shearers for the next harvest season, or further than that down the track, maybe 5 years they'll be the top notches in the game. The wool industry, while at a bit of a lull at the moment, it is still a magnificent product, and as soon as the world recognises it, we'll have a lot less plastic in the ocean. Down into the first off shoulder there. Swing your sheep around, Wairarapa. Come on. I know you want to show your shots off to the crowd, but you got to keep thinking about what you're doing up there. Right round, swinging it nice and hard, nice and tight against the body. That's the story. Pressure though, look at him. Hooky reboot, doing it right. All on camera too, Norm, isn't it?
All on camera, of course. These guys are all smiling away nicely.
Well, the globe has got warmer, one of the two.
As you'd expect. Doing a great job. That young fellow for Rathkeel in the first sheep, he made a beautiful job. It did get away from him on the last side, but he made a beautiful job. So just keeping an eye on the quality. That's what they would have been taught to do. And that's what they're doing up here on the shearing stage. So where is their lead at? They're all pretty close. Wairarapa, Smedley and Pukimero away through the long blow into towards the last side. The Wairarapa station team. That's either Matt or Jack, one or the other. Down over the last front shoulder. Might be out in front just slightly, but of course that could change. They tend to want to get away on the last side. Just how they control them will determine who comes off first. Turning for home, the Smedley team as well down there on stand number 4.
So we've got
Way down the last side into the back leg for the Wairarapa station team on stand number 2. Brings the head forward, so that's a good ploy, young fella, as he works his way out onto the back leg. Down comes the Pukimero team. Just keeping it under control. Smedley team right there as well. Rathkeel guys are just working their way around and towards a long blow, but the Wairarapa station team have got this in the head as far as speed goes. Of course, it's not all about speed. They are getting judged. Down and out it goes. Hit your button, young fella. There it is. Time clock stopped. Done himself no harm at all. Out it goes. Well done, guys. The Smedley team and the Pukimero team having a bit of a ding-dong, but the Smedley boys look like they might be just in front by a couple of shots, making a beautiful job as he rolls down over the tail. Out the hole for the Smedley team. Give them a hand, folks, a couple of young fellas from Smedley. And the Pukimero team, Jesse and Connor, right out onto the back leg. Another couple of blows for these two. And they'll be looking for the time clock button as well. There it is. Put your hands together for the Pukimero team. They could stretch their backs. John is the Rathkeel team. Just a wee bit behind as far as pace goes, but looking at the first sheep that went out the hole, definitely not on quality.
What we're going to do is we're going to hold these young competitors up there too, because it's an instant prize giving, I believe.
Cool, cool.
I don't know. You might even get up on stage, might you?
I'll find someone that will.
No, I think
I'll nominate someone that will.
I think he's, I think he's down in the crowd, but nothing away with. Somebody's going to come first and somebody's going to come second. That's the way it is in the natural world.
Tuma Mullins is down there fairly candy, so he might be able to pop up.
There we
Coral Mullins is down there as well.
Just rocking up that last side, turning onto the last side now. Very, very careful. He's making sure the sheep is very, very relaxed. Doesn't want to force his handpiece and get the wool to start turning it off. Where do I put the next shot? That's the story. Think about it. Keep breathing. Just worry about you and the sheep. That's the only thing to do. Here we have young Michael now across that last shoulder, working it nicely. You've got to start using that left hand a little bit. That's the story. Rock your sheep back a little bit. Very difficult. The legs are not quite strong enough sometimes when you go to sit that sheep up in that final last side position. And of course the skin starts to bunch up in front of the handpiece and you don't get a nice flat cut. He swings it round, just adjusts it a little bit side on, so in relation to the down tube the sheep is sitting at right angles and he can get those shots going right out that last leg. Use those fingers a bit more. That's the story. This time next year, you'll be shearing 200 a day. Half a dozen shots to go. And we'll have that. This is an instant prize giving once again, so those shearers just like to stay on the stage. I hope you're warming your hands up, ladies and gentlemen, for a big round of applause for these young students. They're getting it right. They're going to make a difference to the world with their attitude. They're up there shearing sheep. Over the last leg. Give them a round of applause, a big one. And well done. So we're going to have now an instant prize giving, so just bear with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Rightio, we'll just head down to the pressing just while I'm waiting for the confirmed points to come out. So running time at the moment is, what are we up to, my dear? 15:40. Okay, so we've got, they've been hard at it. Samantha Gordon here, two sisters doing battle, two local sisters, of course, doing battle. And it's hard work. Oh, got to get the sweat out. Take some air. Kushla says we're down to one click at a time, and she's going to have to swing off it. And she's got another 5 or 6 to go yet. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a moment. Let's get them behind you, local girls. Come on, Kushla. Come on, Sam. Stay with them, folks. Not long to go now. Come on, Sam. Kushla hungry for another final, of course, hungry for another title. She says, right, that's done. I've got that job. That's long enough to get those pins through. We can stay down here. The confirmed points haven't come forward for the shearers yet. Samantha, now it's your time, Masterton, for another local. Come on, she's got 2 or 3 little clicks to do. Stay with her. She had a huge plate of porridge this morning and it's starting to run out. She doesn't want slow release energy. She wants a huge surge of energy, a big Powerade drink. Come on, we'll give her some Masterton Powerade. Come on, Samantha. Are you ready? She's done. Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That's your 2 local girls have said, right, we've got all that wool stacked in one side now. Now, take a breath. The ribbons are arriving. It's not cash and sash time here. There's still work to be done. Bales round. Nice and quiet and steady. Taking a breath.
Okay, Gerald, we're just back at the stage here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first official prize giving, and this is the Golden Shears Life Members Student Shearing Challenge. As you can see, we had 4 training outfits that were up here competing today, and this is the best that these guys put up, and I think they did a wonderful job. If you could give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. This is our future, these young guys. And it's great that they overcame their nerves and got up here and gave it a go. I'd just like to bring up Selwyn Tomlin. He's just going to say a few words.
Thank you. This is the second time we've run this event. It was thought some years ago that perhaps we had all these young training colleges around the area that were training young shearers and shepherds and such forth, and there was a wee bit of rivalry between the farms and training centres, so we thought perhaps it might be a good idea to bring them along here and just see who was the best training, where these young fellas were coming from. So without any further ado, I'd like to, now we will announce who has done what. But as you see today, this is where they all start and work up to perhaps in 10 years' time shearing on this board on Saturday night. So well done, fellas. And even if your team didn't win this year, you'll be back again next year, I'm sure, with another team. So I'll ask our good announcer here to announce the results. Where's that man gone?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, in first place to receive $120 in the red sash, it goes to Pookie Medal, Jesse McIntyre, Connor McIntyre.
Whatever half hour lunch, it'll be quick.
Well done, mate. Good on you. Well done, mate.
Probably, yeah.
Good on you. Awesome. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I asked who was the captain, and Jesse said it's me. So we'll just get him to say a few words on behalf of Pookie Medal and on behalf of his team.
I'd just like to thank everyone coming. Yeah, it's like good opportunity to come here and share. It's been awesome. Thanks for the opportunity and yeah. Cheers.
Well done, Jesse and Connor. You guys want to make your way down there? Just there, that's it. Okay, in second place to receive $100, it goes to the Smedley team of Taylor Locke and Jock Dodgson. In third place to receive $80, Waipawa Station, Matt Austin, Jack Dutoit.
Sam Saunders.
And in fourth place to receive $60 goes to Rathkeel, Jerome Papworth and Michael Buick.
Sam. Oh, we already go with the Woolhandling sheep out there? Yeah, because we're going straight into novice semi-final and then senior Woolhandling. Novice, Woolhandling.
Congratulations to these fine young gentlemen. As Selwyn said, in about 10 years' time, we'll be seeing a lot of these young guys up here competing in the open class.
Very good, thanks, Tuma. Can we have the heavyweights? Do you want to... so in between times, Kushla Abraham, once again reminding us she is the current champion here. She wrapped that bow up in 22 minutes 24. Now the moment of truth, because there's lots and lots of points tied up around these scales. We're aiming for 150 kgs, and Kushla has... is 161, ladies and gentlemen. She had a couple week bix too many in the morning, but overweight is better as far as points go than underweight, because Kushla has had to work harder to do the extra 10k, so that is all brought into account when it comes to the two judges here, and I'll tell you who they are soon. And down to the final points of the losses. But if you're underweight, you get a bit of a beating, so you do.
Gerald,
Right.
I'll just come in there just for a moment. The novice semi-final Woolhandling draw, which is up next, will be Heat 1, Ellery Bradley, Adam Gordon, Sylvia Dixon, and Emma Lewis. And semi-final number 2, Maya Pairama, Michael Buick, Jade Reri, and Elma Baker. And I also have the top 18 for the junior shearing, so top 18 goes through to the semi-finals. Henry, in order of qualification, Henry Mayo, Katie Reid, Artify Hadfield, Joseph Gordon, Harlem Chase, Kevin Daniel, Brody Horrell, Darren Bryant, Matthew Smith, Blake Crooks, Torpia Barracliff, Mark Baxter, Levi King, Kelly Poles, Josh Hopkirk, Ryan Kirk, Kimberly McLean and Mark Gwynn. Congratulations to you, 18.
All right, so Samantha's wrapped up 2 now, so she's happy. She took a lot of work to get it out of that press. You want to have a wee? Are you happy with that? Yep. Okay, once again, we're aiming for 150, 138 for Samantha. But once again, Masterton, go up to your local family, Kushla and Samantha. Right, that leaves us one more heat to go. And they're going to be Christina Rowland, will be on 1 here, and Annabelle Remini will be on 2. Okay, so that's how it's going to unfold there. Christine, I'm quite sure, there we go, she was a winner 2 years ago. She's been in and involved for a while, so she's an experienced campaigner here. She was a winner again back in 2013 as well.
You're on to it. You're on to it. So we've got this up now.
That's a bit about Annabelle.
Novice semi-final. Yep, announced them. Yep. So you just got to remind them, and then these are the senior heats. Oh, yes.
Paua Mullins are the sponsors of the novice wool handling. Congratulations to all the novice wool handlers in the semi-final. We had a huge field this morning and we're down to the top 8. And then later on this afternoon we'll be down to the top 4 and we will be having a prize giving for the novice. Following on from the novice, we are going to do the senior wool handling. So senior wool handlers, you guys should have reported in as far as I know.
Yep, and we have the draw. First 2 heats will be. Yeah, first is all.
Okay, so the first 2 heats of the senior wool handling, we have Emma Mason, Nova Kumiro Ellis, Paul Muruwai, Tamika Hema. Heat 2, Aroha Edmonds, Jesse Dean, Chamon Campbell, Wairarapa. So those are the first 2 heats of the senior wool handling.
Phil.
Okay, can we have our novice wool handling semi-finalists to the board? Get up there, get your guys' bins sorted. Once we have the green light, we'll be good to go. I think we're waiting on our shearers. Our shearers, you guys ready? We need to thank our shearers for coming in and giving up their time to come and shear sheep for nothing. Yeah, we're going to go on with the Paua Mullins sponsored novice wool handling semi and then we'll follow on with the senior wool handling. I have a comb protector and an oil bottle here. If it's yours, you can come and buy it back for $20. Cheap.
All right, let's get into the last and final individual wool handling pressing. There's that much going on around us, we're getting tangled up. The pressing. Okay, so we've got Christina Rowland here. Okay, she's won this event a couple of times. And Annabelle Renemy on the press over here in 2. In that case, again, we've got the judges are ready. Presses, on your marks, set, go.
Are we just looking for our clickers for the judges on the board? Did the shearing judges take off with them?
Right, so Annabelle's got the top box up doing her thing. Christine is putting those pins in, I dare say, down there. Oh, she's branding. I was going to say she's gone missing. But no, she's there. So, Christine, she's from Dannyverick, works for Justin Bow. She's the full-time shearer, folks. Okay. So she's been in and around the shearing sheds for a long, long time. So she'll be nice and strong. Then we've got Annabelle Remini here. And she has done a huge amount of work here locally in and around Masterton, and worked for a lot of shearing gangs as a long-serving
Hi folks
wool
out there
handler.
in the World Wide Web, welcome back to the Golden Shears for the year 2019 here at the Masterton's War Memorial Stadium. We've just had our first final for the year, and we have two happy young chaps, and Wayne Bloxham, the manager of the two young boys. He's keeping them under his good watch, so great to have you here, guys. And Wayne, thank you very much for coming in and sitting with the boys. Righto, this event is only, I think it's in its second year, and it's called the Ag Student Challenge, and it's sponsored by the Life members here at the Golden Shears. So we've got two young men here, same sort of haircuts, they call them mullets, and they come out of Pukimero Station just on the outskirts of Dannyvik. So we've got two McIntyres, no relation. One is Connor and one is Jesse. So welcome aboard, guys. How are you feeling at this time?
Yeah, yeah, pretty good. Yeah, pretty happy.
Okay, and you?
Yeah, no, real happy.
Jesse. Okay. Hey, any family in the audience out there?
Yeah, mum and dad. Yeah.
Oh, I got mum and dad and grandparents as well.
Look at that. See, well, that's what we've done, folks, is we've brought in the younger students and they bring along mum and dad, grandpa, grandma, and it just fills up the stadium, because I was talking with Mr. Doug Lang, our publicity officer, earlier on, and we've never seen so many people in this stadium on a Thursday morning. It's phenomenal. So how long have you guys been shearing?
Probably, we did shearing school about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and yeah, probably I've done a little bit before then, maybe not even a year.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been shearing for about same time last year, so yeah, about a year.
So shearing is not actually something you're going to be pursuing as a professional career. You're at a training college where you're going to be learning how to bring up a pup, train a pup, animal health, welfare, and all those sort of things. It's a full Monty, isn't it? Pukimero's giving you all those skills.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, and you've got good tutors there?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, they're good.
You have to say that because he's standing right there. Oh no, and Jed and Anna. Jed is the manager.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Good manager.
Yeah. He's real
Oh,
good
you
at
had to say
ball.
that anyway.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, guys. You've got your red ribbons, and we look forward to seeing you. I'm not quite sure if you're still there. It's a 2-year course, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you in your first year?
Yeah, I'm first year. Yeah.
Second year. Yep.
We can say goodbye to you. Well, so we'll have another team back. You reckon, Wayne, we'll have another team for next year? Pukimero Station.
Yep.
That's the ADB Williams Trust just out of Dannyvik, and they do lots of things for the community. They sponsor the Dannyvik AMP Shearing and Woolhandling show, and now they've brought these two young champions down to Masterton. And enjoy the rest of the Golden Shears, guys. Is there anything else you'd like to say to family that may be watching this?
Oh, thank you for coming down and watching, and also to Willie Buick, Mark Buick, and Russell Knight for taking our shearing school. Yeah, without you guys, we probably wouldn't be here, so cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, same. Yeah, thanks everyone. It's great. Yeah.
And, I forgot to tell you, how old are you guys?
Oh, I'm 17.
18.
They've got a whole career ahead of them. So thank you very much for the team bringing you down here and putting up a challenging team. And we wish you well. And, of course, Pukimero's in good heart, and the training college is going well. Well done, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, Toby.
Second piece's locks are removed. You know, this is a big job. They're doing it really